welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel if you've seen my previous ones. My name's Michael and I'm coming to you from the beautiful Botswana. I'm back in Africa, in Botswana, hoping to drive back into the Chobe National Park. This time I'm going to concentrate purely in and around the Moremi Game Reserve and the Khwai Conservation Area, where I'm hoping to see beautiful wildlife. Really hoping to see some wild dogs this time. They eluded me last time. Taking a slightly wrong approach on here, so spayed out in my pants, digging this out. Still with the lions. An amazing sighting. This day get any better? I saw a leopard this morning, which is the most amazing leopard sighting, and I've just found wild dogs. I'm spending 6 nights out there, so we've got plenty of time and I can't wait to go. I'm just now spending my last day before the travel. Had a 26-hour drive from South Africa to get here, which is always a little enduring. So much rain come down in the last half an hour of driving, and you can hardly see. This next bit of the drive I really like. It's the bit that goes across the Kalahari Desert. You've got the central Kalahari Game Reserve on one side, and then the salt pans on the right. So this is one of the smallest petrol stations you'll find in the middle of the bush. And we'll have to pour it in by hand, I think, yeah? That's the only diesel tank available, that blue one. Perfect. Well, I ran a little bit fine to the line on the petrol, pulled up at this town. This is the only petrol station, and all they've got is that small drum. So that's going to be enough for me to do another 120 kilometres to the main town. Whew. Otherwise I'll be sitting here for a while. And I'm staying here at a place called Audi Camp, just outside Maun, on the way to Moremi Game Reserve, so kind of on the border between the town and the wilderness, really. I'm staying in one of these. Beautiful little place if you want a nice shower before your trip, and it gives me the opportunity to charge everything. So charge all the cameras up, everything I need, batteries are all done. Now this place is right on the river. I don't get free accommodation, I pay for everything that I do. I'm just showing you what I chose to do. As you can see, there's a bit of mess around here on the charging station. A couple of beds, nice al fresco bathroom, quick one to the toilet there. And we've got this lovely bush shower open to the elements. But it's a beautiful setting, and yeah, definitely if you're looking for somewhere to recuperate before your journey or after, then I'd recommend here. They do still do camping. If you're in your overland truck, you can park up the back there and still use the restaurant and the pool. So that's good. I don't know what the cost of that is, you'd have to look it up. And there's 4 more of these tents down this way. I'm doing a few repairs on the car, just upgrading a little bit and getting ready for the journey. So let's just have a look. I had no end of trouble with overheating last time I was here, and I bought myself, you can see it there, a nice brand new aluminium radiator which I fitted before this drive, and it's completely cured the overheating problems. Although I had that radiator reconditioned and cleaned and flushed out, it clearly wasn't good enough, because this one has cured it. But there were so many flies and butterflies on the road. If you can see in there, I'm not sure if you can see that, there's just loads of butterflies starting to block out the front of the radiator again. So I got one of these, which is just a grill that like netting that you pin on the front, and you can already see how many bugs that have stopped going onto my radiator and clogging it. I mean, the whole car was battered by bugs on the way. Almost like you're getting shot at, especially if you hit a dung beetle. That's like a bullet. So I recommend getting one of those. And if you're driving in grass seeds as well, it stops them all going in your radiator. Got the fuel cans. It's a little bit more organised in there this time, as I've got a few boxes, and I did buy myself a tiny freezer. It's only a small one, but it does allow me to actually freeze some meat, as I'll be in there for 6 nights. I can keep sausages for a bit longer. Okay, I'm pretty much ready to go, so I'm going to pack up my things and get going. Right, I've filled up with fuel. I've got some meat from the little butchers. Got some lamb chops, goat chops, some like boerewors, which look very tasty, and various other little bits of dry food. But I've just popped into the Khwai Development Trust. I didn't have a reservation, I just thought I'd turn up. I popped in there and they're more than helpful, very friendly, and they've just booked me 3 nights into Magotho campsite in the Khwai Development Trust, so I'm really excited about that. They do have very basic showers there. But yeah, it's somewhere I haven't been before, so it's always good to explore like a new area. I'm now on the way, so we've got a few kilometres of tarmac coming out of the town, past the Sarawi village, the direction. And then at the end of the tar, that road's a lot of fun. It's corrugated and it shakes the hell out of the car. Hello, how are you? Oh, you got some nice firewood here? How many bundles we got here? 3? 3, yeah. Do you have some more?
Yeah, more.
Okay.
Oh, this is it.
Ah,
My sister.
this is your sister? Okay, I think I take 5.
Okay.
5 bundles, yeah?
Check 3 here, and then we're going to check 2.
Yeah, these are nice.
Yeah.
Are you making this?
Yes, it's me. Another one is here.
These are all so pretty. Little, That's it, so wood done. Well, I couldn't resist buying these every time I go past one of these little places. All this hand woven mats, bowls, baskets. I mean, it's so well made. I mean, look at that. It's beautiful. What is that? 50 puller. It's about £2.80, I think, in English money. Yeah, love all this. Another little bowl. Not quite sure what I use that for, but I just can't resist it. So here we are, back on the shaky road. And this road is a tester. I mean, if there's anything loose on the car, it's going to fall off. It kind of throws you all over the road and you snake your way down this corrugated highway. It's a little bit fun though. My destination was Magotho campsite in the Khwai development area of the OkavangoDelta. It's earned itself a name for being one of the, if not the, wildest campsites in all of Botswana and possibly Africa, and I couldn't wait to get there. Well, I'm still vibrating away on this road. We're now approaching a bit, just after you come through a large cattle fence back there. So shortly after that, maybe a kilometre, you'll come across this here. And you'll see that road sign, the Moremi Game Reserve in Khwai to the left, and the Chobe National Park, Savuti. And where I'm going is to the right. So I've just gone past the Marby village, heading towards Khwai. There's a tiny little signpost saying Magotho campsite, and it's so easy to miss it. So I turned off there. This is my first couple of elephants, by the way. Okay, so I'm just stalling my car. Just approaching the campsite, and this area is just stunning. Let me just show you here. Just have some water buck out here. Well, I've just arrived at Magotho and popped into reception, and there's a few campsites dotted along the river, and they kind of said in Maui, yeah, I can have one of those, and I cannot believe the campsite I've got. He just brought me to it. There's hippos there, there's elephants, we're just right there walking into the river. I mean, wow, check this place out. There's an elephant over there under the tree. There's another elephant over there on the far bank. There's a pod of hippos just there on the river. And this is my home for 3 days, right here. Wow, I'm buzzing. I mean, where can you get a better camp spot than this? Obviously I'm sleeping up in the roof tent because the hippos will come out and graze at night, so you have to watch that. Wow, buzzing. I don't want to go anywhere. I'm going to get my chairs out, get ready to enjoy the sunset. Right. So this is on top of the Land Rover now. This is the view I have from my tent. I mean, that's amazing, the Khwai River. Just coming down here, all in front. There are hippos and the 2 elephants on the other side. Wow, welcome to Magotho.
After spending a couple of hours relaxing by the river at camp, the temptation to go for a drive and see what was out there was just too much. So I jumped in the car, and I wouldn't be disappointed. We came straight across this pride of lions that had been relaxing throughout the day, and just as the sun was setting, they came up and got active. This couple in the safari vehicle got a really close encounter as the whole pride just walked right past them. This was an incredible sighting. After a long day's drive to get to the camp, I literally found these lions within 5 minutes of leaving the campsite, and it was an amazing welcome to Magotho campsite and the OkavangoDelta. One big male and I don't know how many females, a bunch of cubs. There could be 15 lions there. They're on the move now, but just as the light's going, we've kind of got to head back to camp, so I'm just going to double round and hopefully they'll come out that way. But yeah, amazing. I was almost not going to leave camp. It was so good sitting there. It started to rain a little bit, but took a little drive. Found a whole bunch of lions. Oh my god, I found them. It's just about to cross the road behind me. Yeah. Well, that's fantastic. So anyway, here's my camp. And over roof tent all set up. Got my glass of Amarula. So on the menu tonight is can't really see it, some mealy pup with cheese and sweet corn and stuff in it, just boiling up, and some bockwars. Couldn't find anything to barbecue on. I found these old either hippo or elephant bones lying around, so they've come in useful. Yeah, nothing quite like it. Sitting by the fire, cooking your dinner, hearing lions roaring in the background. That's got to be the best. Really tells you you are in the wild in Africa. Hope
Hopefully they'll start boring again in a little while, and I'll see if I can catch it all. Good morning. Day 2. I'm up nice and early. It's 4:45, so while everyone else is still getting up and getting showered, I'm always out on the road. It's the golden hour in the morning. Just check the whole area really and see if we can catch up with those lions. Great sighting yesterday afternoon. Just thought I'd go and do a little drive and see if we can come across anything. And yeah, I don't know, there was about 12 lions walking in front of the road as we're trying to get back. You know, it's just as it's starting to get dusky, they get up and start moving around. Apparently they've been lying there all day, which is typical lions. They don't do anything in the daylight, and then just as the night's approaching, they're up and about. So, and first thing in the morning they're normally lively as well, so hopefully we can track them down today. Right, let's get going. The sun's just coming up, as you can see. Beautiful. Okay, so just come round this corner and I can see I don't think it's one set, and you can tell this is a lion, a cat. I'm sure anyone who comes regularly on safari will know that. You can see here, you've got 1, 2, 3. Here, 1, 2, 3, and then the hub mark. If that was a dog or a hyena, it would only be 2, so you know this is a cat. You can see the go all the way up this road. So I'm going to jump back in and follow those and see if they come to anything. But I mean, it's probably the same pride of lions that was walking around all night that we could hear. So I mean, they could be anywhere. It's always nice to get out early. If you're the first car on the road, you get this little clue. You get to see track marks. As soon as someone's driven the road, they're all wiped out. So I can still see them going this way. They always like to use the roads. It's like soft, sandy roads. It's an easy way to get through the bush back in thorns at your paws. All the animals use them. So it's a great little starter in the morning if you can find some tracks and follow them. This really is some beautiful country here. I'm just going to show you this. I just really can't tell you how beautiful it is here. And this Magotho campsite, they're all spread out so well, you can't even see or hear anybody else. So, you know, when I look at my camp, it's just this. Got the river frontage to myself. And yeah, beautiful. But while I'm here, I just thought I'd show you one of these, my little photography table. I made this myself. I tried to look at a few you can buy things and it just doesn't really fit. So I just bodged this up myself with a few bits of wood. That is really stable. I can put my beanbag on here, my coffee, my breakfast that I'm just eating, and on my camera. Now, last time I did one, I suffered from wind noise, so I did invest in one of these little things. So hopefully any footage I get now won't be suffering from wind noise. I also bought another camera because it does my head in when you've got to change lenses. So I splashed out and bought another Z9 with the 70-200 2.8 lens. So I've now got two cameras, both set up exactly the same. Oh, here's the other one. So here's the pair, twins. So if I need to shoot on something else, I can just pick it up. There's no messing around thinking, oh, the lens is too short or too long. Well, I had a tip. The lions I've driven around all morning and I've seen lovely hippo, elephant in the river, hippo sort of sparring with the elephant a little bit. So they didn't want him in their waterhole. And it's just been beautiful driving around here. But lion tracks everywhere, but I couldn't see them. I just stopped and spoke to a couple who are on a safari, just driving. And apparently the lions are up there on the main road. I say main road, it's a gravel dirt road, but so I've been driving all around inside the nature reserve bit, and they're actually out on the main road. So I'm going to take a drive up there after breakfast and give it a look. Right, so I've driven up with my little tip off, driven up to this main road. I mean, if you haven't told me where they were, there's just absolutely no way you can see this. Sleeping lions. So the big male is lying on his back, sort of oblivious to everything, snoozing away. And there's another young male the same size as this one, lion, sorry. Not sure whether it's male or female, with a lioness lying in there. It looks like 3 lions in there, but I know there's about 12 in all, so how many's in that bundle, I don't know. At least I know where they are, so I'm going to sit it out here for a little while, but I'll go home and get some lunch. They always sleep here all day. And about 6 o'clock they'll probably come up, walk along this road somewhere. I don't know how many vehicles will be here. That's the one downside here. There's a lot of safari vehicles in and around this area. So compared to my last trip when I was just by myself, you know, there are a few more vehicles around at Sightings. But the good thing is I wouldn't have found this if it wasn't for another vehicle giving me a tip as to where they were. So it has its pros and cons. just thought I'd do a bit of maintenance while had the middle of the day. Normally I'd be driving in between one camp and another, so anyway, I had this old booster or servo had gone, and my brakes were terrible. You have to really, like, you know, as a workout trying to press the brake pedal. So I knew I had a decent vacuum on it, so I put a new pump on it previously, and I was supposed to get this done in Mound before I got here, but you know, things get away from you. So just this is the old one, proper rusty on that side, and it's just not sealing, so I thought I'd put that on. Just got to bolt this master cylinder back in, fit the vacuum pipe. Hopefully I'll have a nice tasty brake pedal. And I might even give her a wash because she's looking a bit battered, especially your headlights. I need to clean them for the later on, just in case there's something interesting in the road like last night. And then I'm going to put a tent up, have a sleep and get a couple of hours, so be fresh, ready for the afternoon safari.
I was awoke from my sleep by a whole load of commotion, and when I actually looked out, I couldn't believe my eyes. There was literally a herd of elephant walked straight past my Land Rover, through camp and crossed the Khwai River right in front of me. I scrabbed around to get my camera and enjoyed the moment. It was an incredible sighting. After watching the Elephant River crossing, I was buzzing and wide awake, so I took a drive around the plains and circled back to the river. I drove along the riverbed to see what else I could find.
Right, so I've done a bit of a drive around to the big water hole. Actually, I'm going to show you this now. There's a huge herd of buffalo. So we're running off into the... That's actually the first buffalo I've seen here. So, yeah, quite a big herd as well. now going to head back. It's just gone 5:30. I'm going to go back up to where I saw the lions this morning. Wow, that guy was huge. I wasn't going to turn the engine off around this one. That's a huge elephant. I heard a buffalo in the background. There's been so many elephants here, like I say, endless families, which I hadn't seen yesterday. So, what a great second day, or first full day. Yeah, lions in the morning, saw loads of elephant today. There's a lovely crossing just here behind me. Yeah, with a couple of little ones sort of rushing across the river, so I got a bit of footage on the camera with that. Still haven't seen the leopard, so it's hopefully that's on the menu tomorrow. But as always, I'll be up first thing in the morning and we'll try and find it. As for dinner, let's see what's on the menu. We've got grilled steak and onions. And here we've got potatoes cooked in milk and onions. A bit like those raw potatoes. I'm just not going to be able to bake it with cheese. Yum yum. Good morning. Right, it's the third day, so second full day. It's now 5:20, so it takes me about 15 minutes to pack the tent down, put all the rubbish away from last night from cooking, and more importantly, get the kettle on for coffee. I've just got one of these little gas burner things, which are brilliant. Get the coffee done, fill the flask up. Sun's not quite up yet. I think in what, another 5 or 6 minutes it'll be okay to get on the road. So yeah, yesterday had a great day. So I saw the lions in the morning. Not the best sighting because they were all tucked away in the bush, but saw loads of elephants, buffalo, loads of hippo. It's just a beautiful place to be driving around in, appreciating where you are. So, tell you what, I don't know what you're like, but without coffee in the morning, I just don't function. Everything has to be done with at least 2 coffees. So, right, the sun gets light really quickly from almost nothing to now. Let's see, it's almost light. So, right, I'm going to pack this up and I'm going to jump in the car and we'll be off. See what we can find. Fingers crossed. this hat. Just did a 3-point turn of the road and just nudged into a tree stump. Just touched it, but it's popped my back window out. So I've just had to push all this glass in, which now means I'm open air at the back. A little bit annoying because I only fitted this in on my last trip, which means on the dusty road I'm going to get full. So I'll have to get a piece of plastic and duct tape or something and patch that up before I go on those dirt roads. Anyway, but it's all good, we can still carry on. So we've got this big guy coming towards us here. Just going to keep the engine running in case I need to back up. So on the river here, just up from my camp, there's actually a dead hippo that wasn't there yesterday. So during the night or the morning, there's been a fight. There was one sparring with an elephant yesterday, but the carcass is just there, kind of bloated upside down. And one of the hippos is still coming out attacking it. There's also a couple of crocs feeding on it. I'm just waiting to see if I can get some footage of that. Something different every day. So time for a refuel. See if I can do something about that back window because there's so much dust coming in the back. So I bought one of these siphon tubes with this little thing. So just poke it in, say sucking the fuel out like I normally do, and getting a mouthful of diesel. So you literally just stick one end in. There you go, your fuel siphons in. I'll empty those cans, fill them back up. What we've got for the back window, I popped into the Ranger hut, and what he gave me was his bumper pack of toilet rolls, come in this thin plastic, so it'll be see-through. At least I can try and tape it up on the back window just to stop all the rubbish coming in, because everything's got so dusty just in the few hours I've been driving around. Okay, so this is my new camp. Having moved away from the river, having no shade, I've got these two lovely big trees to park under, and I'm pretty much right out there. You couldn't be staying anywhere more wild, and it's so beautiful. And there's elephants come through here. The leopard gets seen here. One of the other guests did see it this morning, so yeah, fingers crossed we still might get a sighting. I have heard though the lions have killed a buffalo. Where I was this morning there was a big herd of buffalo. Apparently the lions did actually catch one of those, so we'll take a drive out of there once I've set up camp and see if we can locate them. They're probably not going to move, they'll just be lying around sleeping, but at least we know where to go later on. But, I'm really happy about this site. And a nice breeze as well. Wow, it's absolutely chucking it down out there. This is rain going sideways. And what's worse, my wipers have stopped working, so I've got to go incredibly slow. It's actually blown a fuse, and it's blowing more every time I put a new one in, so I'll have to make do with no wipers for the time being. Oh my god, look at that. Okay, well after that thunderstorm, I persevered and kept driving around. And yeah, eventually found the lions. There's a couple of other vehicles here. They've got a wildebeest kill under this bush. The other lionesses are just laying around. Wow, so lions every day so far.
It was great watching these cubs, even the tiny cub, crawl in and fight for their place at the kill, and even watching this tiny one try and steal a piece off his dad. The male frequently scared off the lionesses every time they came to feed, but he was so tolerant of the cubs and always allowed them to feed when they wanted to.
Okay, so, I mean, this is great. What a fantastic sighting. What's interesting is the big male is eating and all the cubs are eating, but he's not allowing the females to eat while the cubs are still feeding. As soon as a lioness tries to go to the kill, he's chasing them off. And he's now gone back for another chew, and I don't think there's actually much left. It just looks like all ribs and bones. I guess the girls will have to hunt again.
After an hour of watching this and these lions at the kill, the 5 large lionesses were eventually allowed to feed, only once the male had his fill and lied down for a snooze. This lion's going to chase the elephants off. Oh, good morning. Another day. Been up nice and early since about 2:30. We sat out at the fire, enjoyed the African night. Heard the lions roaring sort of through the night and really early morning, but I haven't been able to locate them. And I've driven to the area where there's been a leopard heard and seen in this area. And there's another guy in a car has given me a tip that this area is kind of known for it, and we can hear it rasping. Sounds like someone's sawing a piece of wood. I've just heard it not far from here, so each time it calls, kind of honing in a little bit closer. Hopefully we make it a sighting, but it's great to just hear it. Hey, yes, we found a leopard. She's sitting on a tree just over here. So I'm just going to get some pictures quickly. So she's just up here on a tree. Wow, this is amazing. I just want to catch her rasping if I can. Do you hear that?
Wow, how amazing was that? Oh, I can't stop smiling. That was an amazing leopard sighting. Wow. And yet I can continue to hear her rasping. She's now moved further down the track in the bush a little bit. But, yeah, hopefully we'll be able to find her. It seems to be every 20 minutes she's doing that call.
I caught up with her a little way down the track and followed her a short distance until she had a drink. It was an incredible sighting and I really couldn't believe my luck.
Sure it gets much better than this. She's literally just by this bush. Not sure if you can see her there. So close.
As I drove across the Magotho plains, thinking about the incredible leopard sighting I just had, I didn't know it yet, but another incredible sighting was awaiting me.
Oh my god, excitement, excitement. Can this day get any better? leopard this morning, just driving back to camp, and I found wild dogs. No way. And they're literally just at the campground here. I'm just going to wind this window down before I get there. It's been chucking it down with rain. Oh, just driving up now. They're going to be right outside the window. I'm going to pull over somewhere. Oh my God. Well, the two things I definitely wanted to see on this trip. I don't know what happened this morning. Right, I'm going to have to put this up here, so I need to get busy. Oh my God, too much time. Okay, so panic's over a little bit. I couldn't get my camera ready, but it's started to rain quite hard now, and they're just all sitting down here, curled up, getting wet. So I'm just going to sit it out here, and hopefully when this rain stops, they'll get up and move around a little bit. You can see one just standing up there now. Wow, it's been a eventful 12 hours with the lions last night. An amazing sight of the leopard this morning. Like, she's calling every 20 minutes. Beautiful to catch that on film as well. Yeah, that could well be my best leopard sighting. Seeing that activity as well. Right, let's sit tight and see what the dogs do. What a day! Despite the rain, this is turned out to be an eventful day. I've been with these dogs now about 2 hours. It's absolutely beautiful because they're chasing each other around, jumping over each other, playing around.
So there must be some relatively young ones, but
yeah, it's such a rare animal, so hard to see. So, yeah, well, this has to be my best 12-hour safari ever. I mean, it's very much boxes ticked on this trip. We've still got 2 days to go.
After over 2 hours, the dogs eventually decided to move. The alpha female rounded up her pack and moved to the roadway, where they started scent marking. Then she walked off on patrol, and the rest of the dogs followed. I followed them for a short distance, before letting them disappear into the distance and leave me with an unforgettable memory.
Driving to go and see the leopard, and I've come across the lion pride in the middle of the road. Amazing. Got a bit of panic stations as usual. So it looks like they've killed a wildebeest over the back here. And there's the male is guarding it with a couple of his cubs. Right. I'm not sure you can see this, but the lions have got a wildebeest just killed out here. The light's only just come up, so it's pretty hard to see. They haven't started eating yet, or the back leg looks like it's been chewed a bit. Wow, wow, wow. I'm buzzing, I'm so excited. So as the light's coming up a little bit, I can see there's a second kill out of this window. So that one's just now an empty carcass, which is why they all look full and they're lying around. But the male is guarding a second one that they've got. So they'll be keeping that one for later. These little cubs playing in the road here. It's just great. I've got one right next to the car here. There's about 15 in this pride. I'm just going to get some more pictures of these cubs playing, because it's great. You don't often see that. And to have this sighting to myself at the moment, yeah, I'm going to make the most of it. So it looks like they've killed a wildebeest over the back here. There's the male is guarding it with a couple of his cubs.
Wow, this is so nice. It's, they've come back to the first kill, which is like the remains of the carcass. I think the male's guarding the new one to himself. But the two little cubs, they're just in the rib cage, and you've got like the ribs like this, and the little cub's head chewing on the top of the ribs. I mean, it's fantastic photography. I'm surrounded by the whole pride. The male over that side. There's a few lions resting on the tree here in front of me. There's a whole bunch of lions and the cubs chewing on the carcass here. You don't know where to point your cameras. I've got one filming, one for taking photos. Wow, it seems crazy that I'm leaving that site with the lions, but there's still a chance it's early enough to see the leopard again. She's calling, I know she's in that area. Just want another chance to see her. If not, I know the lions will be there when I get back. They've got a brand new kill there that they haven't really touched. So, well, this Magotho adventure is turning out to be the safari of a lifetime. There's no other way to explain it. Despite the rainy weather, wow, this place is something else. So I'm back at the sighting where we saw the leopard yesterday morning, where she was on this tree just over here, like rasping or calling. So far nothing. There's always this thing in your head, like this fear of missing out on something, and I know the lions are back there. There'll be plenty of action now. I've still got another kill there, so I'm not sure how long I'll sit it out here. Safari's a funny thing, and it can change in a second. You never know what's going to be around the next corner. Well, after waiting for the leopard for a while, it was just too much of a draw to come back to the lions, and yeah, this is just amazing. They've got two kills. The mother with the two cubs on the carcass, sort of biting the nose, and that's really good to see. And then the male's protecting another carcass over the back, which they're kind of half eating the back legs. But ever the opportunists, a zebra and a foal came walking past in the distance, and instantly all the eyes were on it. The lionesses got up, ran to a bush. As soon as the zebra went behind a bush, they bolted up to this bush to get the ambush.
run around the back, and I got a bit of footage of them just chasing it, and it went out of sight. But they're now walking back, so they were obviously unsuccessful in that hunt. Yeah, that poor baby zebra, oh, it was close, they were right back on the back side of it, and then they accelerated away. So okay, so still with the lions. What an amazing sighting. See them out here. I've got both my cameras. This one's set up ready for videoing. I'm hoping the cubs are going to come and greet the father. They haven't got anywhere near that yet. He's just guarding that kill, and my cameras, and this one's set up for photography. So yeah, it's great. But all the little cubs are actually walking to each individual family member, saying hello, rubbing their heads, having a little play, and it's really cute. Got some amazing intimate moments on this. So I'm at the most incredible lion sighting, probably the best lion sighting of my life. And I don't want to leave the site at all, but I've had about 3 coffees this morning and I'm busting for a wee. Luckily, I always keep a spare bottle in the footwell down here. Never had to use it before, but today it came in handy. So, little tip, always carry a bottle just in case you end up in that situation. Well, what a lion sighting that is. Unbelievable. That was without a doubt the best lion sighting I've ever had. I've got the male, the 5 females, all the little cubs, the 2 tiny ones. I tried to catch another zebra as well, which was great. Yeah, so safaris, it's a weird one. Any tips on safaris and where to go? All I can say is get up early, first bit of light, don't hang around having a shower and lay in, get out first thing. I'm still in the clothes I slept in last night, so I'm a little bit grimy, but I'm not going to miss a minute of time to get out. And I was first one at the lion sighting and I had 2 hours there by myself, so that's I can have a shower any point and stay out late as well. In the middle of the day, it's a time to relax and go by the river, sit here by the waterhole, watch the hippos, the elephants, and yeah, make sure you're back out until last light as well, because that's where all the action happens, you know, that first and last 2 hours of the day especially. Make sure you're out there, and the longer you're here, I've bumped into other guests who are staying in the campsite. They're here for 21 days. That's something that I couldn't get that much time here. I'm only having 5 nights, so 21 days. Imagine what you're going to see in that time. The longer you spend here, obviously the more you're going to see. But in 5 days, I've seen a lot so far, and 1 more to go, so it's not over yet. Let's see what the rest of it holds. I've just driven away from the lines and just doing a circuit, and I bumped into another couple that I've seen over the last few days. And while we were chatting, I heard the leopard rasping. It's a little way from where we saw it yesterday, but could be the same one, could be another one. But so I'm now just parked around, waiting for the next call that she'll give herself away, or he. Yes, amazing. Found the leopard again. Just from that calling, just gave away the location a little bit. What a beautiful animal that is, and what a pleasure to see that. So, wow, this morning, amazing sighting with lions, and this incredible day, incredible safari continues with another leopard sighting. Same leopard that I saw yesterday. She's actually walked now from in the bush a little bit, so I've circled round, and again I'm just waiting for her to walk out and make another call.
This was the first morning that I'd got up and I'd seen the hippos out of the river. They were normally always back in the water by the time I'd driven around, so it was lovely to see them in all their glory. As the rain cleared and the sun came out, I drove around the Magotho plains for what would be my last day here. This place is absolutely stunning, and I just enjoyed my time.
Okay, so on the leopard waiting game. She's just in this bush behind me. You can see on my camera on the screen there, you can just make out the body. Just make out the fur pattern in there. So I'm just waiting until she gets up. I think she's going to come and do some more scent marking. Maybe some more rasping, and perch up on one of these dry trees here. That'd be the hope. Imagine driving past this road, you would never ever know it was there. So it's all about chance. It's so important to just turn the car off sometimes, stop and listen, rather than just using your eyes on the road. I'm now on the transit road between Moremi and Bababi, which is the way to get out of Magotho and around the Khwai Development Trust. And the last night I decided to go and stay at Okavango camp in Moremi Game Reserve. I was only initially going to have 3 nights in Magotho and then decide where I was going to go from there on. It's been such an amazing, like, 4 nights, 5 days. I want to end it on a high. I've seen everything I could possibly want to have seen in there. The lions, the leopard, the wild dogs. Well, just have a look at the poor old Landy, sort of in trouble. Yeah, nothing major. I thought it was to start with. I thought perhaps it got a problem with the drive shaft, but some horrible banging. But what's happened is it stripped the thread off this shock absorber. Yeah, so
the nut has obviously stripped and come off, and I've lost these washers and bush which are on this side, which then obviously sits in here with this spring, inside this spring. But you can't just take the shock absorber off, because then there is a danger of the spring bouncing out and you losing the spring, and it's going to make a hell of a row. So luckily, when I put new shocks on my other one, I've got spares of these and the bushes, so I can bodge something up. I've just got to try and recut the thread because it's so burred over. There's almost nothing left here. I've just got, I found another nut that should fit. Just gonna have to hammer that on there, and hopefully I can make it work. Oh, well, I haven't got the right bits, but in my box of bits I seem to manage to find a nut that's, it's not the right thread, but I'm winding it on slowly, so it'll have to get fixed better at a later date. And I found a couple of old washers. I didn't have the bits I thought I had, and I found an old bush. It's supposed to be for a different part of the suspension, but I'll make it work. Right, let's crack on. I need to get back on the road. Well, it's making a bit of a horrible noise on some bits of the road, depends how smooth it is, but at least I know the shock spring's not going to be able to fall out when I hit a big bump. Yeah, we'll just go along with it. Well, I'm in Khwai village. I've stopped for some supplies in the little tuck shop. I've got a pie and a few bits and biscuits, but it's absolutely chucking it down. It's wet season. I'm not sure what I prefer, dust or rain. I think the dust on the roads can be horrible when it's really dry. At least there's no dust floating around, especially with your camera gear. I've had amazing sightings on this trip, so wet season's okay. At the entrance to Moremi, you have to cross the Khwai River with this like funky little bridge. Just as you get the other side, I mean, the entrance to here is horrendous. There's a massive pothole. It's like a swamp in here. Right, and we arrive at the gate to Moremi.
I was here in November in the start of wet season, and the amount of rain that came down in the previous 2 hours had made the roads completely flooded, and it was tough going on the vehicle with potholes, deep water holes everywhere.
Well, I had to show you this bit because I've taken a slightly wrong approach on here, and my diff has bottomed out in this massive mud pool, so it's spayed out in my pants digging this out. Literally got to get under here and get the diff clear front and back. So I'm going to put this camera down because I can't hold it anymore and dig this out. Actually, stick it in the mud. Yeah, it's just a huge ridge. I've had some issues with these differentials being lower than pretty much anyone else's. It's because I've got low profile tyres on. They're not quite as high as most other vehicles. So that ridge that you get in the middle, my diffs are hitting it. I've managed to power through most of them, but this one's just too big. And what's underneath its tyres is too slippery for me to pull it out. Right. I think that's that one clear. We'll go and do the back one. Right, I'm still digging and it's stuck in there pretty good, so now I'm going to have to jack the back up and try and get a piece of wood underneath this back wheel.
With road conditions as they were, it was inevitable at some point I was going to get stuck. I just wish it wasn't at 5:20 in the evening. With no one else likely to be coming down this road, if I didn't get it out, I'd be spending the night here.
Oh, this is a bit fucking rusty. Yes, yes. I'm glad to say that I've dug around. Just got to get the last bit out. But yeah, just enough grip on that one log in diff lock so that all wheels are turning the same. It's just enough to give you that bit. Oh, right, let me just get it out and I'll pack stuff away. Hope it comes out. Right, what a shit show. Yeah, you can see the problem. This is actually like concrete, this bit here. So hard and so soft here. My diff, which of those bits there are just slightly too low. Right, better be more careful if I'm going to get back to camp tonight. Right, let's get packed up and go. Right, back in the driving seat, locked and loaded. Let's take the easy route around this time. So now why didn't I just do that first time round? It saved a lot of drama. Slippery shit in there. Good morning, last day, or last morning even. And yesterday, wow, what an adventure. More of an adventure, off-roading adventure, than it was a wildlife viewing spectacle in the afternoon. I'm on that road from Northgate to Kakanaka. Wow, I mean normally in the dry season you've got all these humps in the road like this, and just big dips, but now they're all full of water. So, and they're up to the top of your tyres. Wow, this place is beautiful. I mean, it's been raining obviously, the sun hasn't really got through, but just look at this place.
Well, I'm almost at the end of my trip, and I say that with a little tear in my eye because it's always sad when it comes to the end of a trip. But I'm also saying with a big smile on my face because it's been absolutely incredible. What a trip. I don't say this lightheartedly, but because I've been on many safaris and many journeys like this overlanding, only recently started documenting them, but this has to have been the best safari I've had. Yep, that's the only way to describe it. Magotho, I can't say anything bad about the place because the evolutions are probably not enough of them to cope with that campsite if it was full, but that's not what I'm going there for. I went there for the wildlife, and wow, did that deliver. I mean, I have to give it 5 stars for wildlife. I mean, the pride of lions that was in that area was just, you know, they were kind of present in that whole area, and they were just killing machines. 5 big lionesses. They were killing something every day. You couldn't always locate them because they might have been away from the road, but yeah, amazing sighting that. Then there's the wild dog sighting. I really wanted to see wild dog and leopard on this trip and got them both. So, and both in one morning, which was, you know, incredible. The leopard coming out onto the branch, rasping and calling in the morning was just a beautiful experience. And to be able to go there and just sit and listen, and you'd hear that, and it would give her the location, move a little bit and try and find it. There were another couple of guys there actually in their own vehicle doing a similar thing, so we kind of teamed up a little bit for a while. So if you're watching, hi Chris and Matteo, thanks for your help on that as well. Yeah, so that was just the best leopard sighting I've had. It was beautiful to experience that. The lion sighting the next morning when I was on my way to the leopard, 2 kills in the road, or up one other side of the road. And I had that sighting to myself for like 2.5 hours nearly. Little cubs playing, lots of interaction between the animals. You know, you couldn't have asked for anything more. I almost don't want to tell you how good it was there, so it doesn't get any more busy. But I'm already planning my trip to come back, so that's the good thing about one of these trips. I've got a big smile on my face and I'm already thinking, but when should I come next year? Well, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you want to see any next ones I make, and I'll be back doing more of what I love, and join me on the next trip. I'd like to say thanks again to Botswana for their beautiful ecosystem and wildlife management throughout their country, and again to everyone who's smiled along the way and everyone else I've met along the way. Take care, see you on the next trip.